Hi everyone and welcome on our new video. It's an honor to stand before you as we dive into a topic that is crucial to achieving success in any area of life: how to stay motivated. We all know that motivation is the driving force behind our actions, but it isn't always easy to maintain. Dear listeners, staying motivated can feel like one of the most challenging aspects of achieving any goal. We all know what it's like to wake up full of ambition, ready to tackle the world, only to find that the drive fades as the day progresses, or even sooner. Motivation often comes and goes, like the ebb and flow of the tide, but the key to success lies in understanding how to maintain a steady course even when motivation seems to slip away. Dear listeners, motivation at its core is the fuel that drives us toward our goals. It's what pushes us to rise above obstacles, face discomfort, and persevere when the road gets tough. But here's the truth: motivation is not something that will always show up when you need it. It isn't a constant companion, and it certainly doesn't always come with enthusiasm. In fact, if you rely solely on motivation to achieve your goals, you will find yourself stuck more often than not. The secret lies not in waiting for motivation to appear, but in cultivating a mindset and lifestyle that breeds it consistently. One of the most important things to realize is that motivation isn't about how you feel in the moment. It's about your purpose, your commitment, and your ability to keep moving forward regardless of your emotions. The key to staying motivated isn't in seeking inspiration from external sources, but in developing an internal drive that doesn't depend on how you feel. This internal drive comes from understanding your why, the reason behind your goals. When your why is strong enough, it can fuel your actions even when you feel exhausted, discouraged, or distracted. Dear listeners, the first step in staying motivated is to have a clear sense of purpose. Ask yourself why you want to accomplish what you've set out to do. Whether it's losing weight, running a marathon, writing a book, or building a business, knowing why you're working toward that goal is essential. It's easy to be motivated when things are going well, but the real test comes when things get hard, when you're tired, when you face setbacks. That's when your purpose will pull you forward. When the days feel long and the work seems endless, remembering your deeper reasons for doing what you're doing will keep you going. It's your purpose that will give you the strength to wake up every morning, to keep pushing when you want to quit, and to persist even when it feels like you're not making progress. Staying motivated also requires a shift in mindset, a shift from focusing on the end goal to focusing on the process. Most people make the mistake of placing all of their energy on the final outcome, but the reality is that the process is where the magic happens. It's the small, consistent actions you take every day that build momentum and drive results. You have to fall in love with the process, not just the destination. Motivation thrives in consistency. When you make your efforts a habit, you don't have to rely on motivation alone to get things done. Success becomes a byproduct of your daily actions, and those actions compound over time to create lasting change. Dear listeners, creating a routine that fosters motivation is key. Structure in your day doesn't just give you a sense of order, it allows you to build momentum. When you create small habits and routines around your goals, you eliminate the need to rely on fleeting motivation. If you wake up every morning and do what needs to be done without thinking about it too much, you create a rhythm that propels you forward. Having a set schedule helps you to get into a flow where your actions become automatic. Motivation doesn't always feel like something grand or inspiring. Often it's the simple act of showing up and doing the work, even when you don't feel like it. The more you do this, the more ingrained these habits become, and the less you need motivation to keep you going. But even with the best routines and the strongest purpose, there will be times when motivation dips. During these times, it's important to remember that setbacks are part of the process. They don't mean failure, they mean growth. Whenever you face difficulty, it's an opportunity to learn, adjust, and get better. The key is to embrace the discomfort and not let it derail you. Success doesn't happen without challenges. Whether it's a rough week at work, an injury while training, or a missed deadline, These obstacles are simply part of the journey. What matters is how you respond to them. You can choose to see setbacks as signs to quit, or you can use them as fuel to keep pushing forward. Dear listeners, one of the most powerful tools for staying motivated is accountability. Having someone who holds you accountable, whether it's a mentor, a friend, or a coach, can make all the difference. Accountability partners can provide support, encouragement, and perspective when you're feeling discouraged. They remind you of your purpose and goals and help you stay on track when motivation wanes. Accountability doesn't just come from others, though. It comes from within. The promises you make to yourself matter. The more you honor your commitments, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving what you set out to do. In this way, you build your own confidence and motivation over time. Every time you push through and follow through, you strengthen your resolve. In addition to accountability, it's important to celebrate your progress along the way. Too often we get so focused on the big goal that we forget to acknowledge the small wins. Motivation is fueled by positive reinforcement. When you take the time to celebrate your achievements, no matter how small, they serve as reminders that you're making progress. Whether it's completing a workout, reaching a milestone in your project, or simply sticking to your plan for a week, acknowledging these victories keeps you motivated. Recognize your hard work and give yourself credit for the effort you put in, because those moments of celebration are what keep the fire of motivation burning. Dear listeners, another powerful strategy for staying motivated is visualization. Taking time to mentally picture your success and how it will feel when you reach your goal can help you maintain focus and determination. Visualization can help you connect with your emotions, and when you're emotionally connected to your goals, you're more likely to take action. Visualizing the process as well as the outcome can remind you of why the hard work is worth it. Imagine yourself overcoming challenges, making progress, and ultimately achieving your goal. This mental rehearsal can help you stay committed and boost your motivation, especially during times when things seem tough. Dear listeners, it's also helpful to break your big goal down into smaller, manageable tasks. When you're looking at a huge project or an ambitious objective, it can be easy to feel overwhelmed. But motivation thrives when we take action. Breaking your goal down into smaller, bite-sized tasks makes it feel more achievable, less intimidating. Focusing on one small step at a time rather than the entire journey can help you stay motivated by making the task at hand feel less daunting. Each completed task brings you closer to your goal, and every step forward is a win worth celebrating. While all of these strategies are essential for staying motivated, perhaps the most important thing to remember is that motivation isn't always going to be there. Sometimes you'll have to keep moving forward even when you don't feel inspired. This is where discipline comes in. Discipline is what enables you to take action even when motivation is absent. It's the ability to push through when you're not in the mood, to keep working when you're tired, and to stay committed even when the excitement fades. Discipline is what turns motivation into results. It's what separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up along the way. Cultivating discipline is about creating habits that don't rely on how you feel, but on what you've committed to doing. Dear listeners, motivation is not constant. Motivation is often seen as something that can be relied upon to fuel our actions and keep us moving toward our goals. However, it's important to understand that motivation is not a constant force. It can fluctuate, coming and going based on our mood, external circumstances, and how we're feeling physically or mentally. Some days we may feel highly motivated, ready to take on any challenge, while other days we might struggle to find the drive to get out of bed and complete even the simplest tasks. This inconsistency can be frustrating, especially when we are working toward long-term goals that require sustained effort. The truth is that relying solely on motivation can lead to a cycle of starts and stops, as it's an unreliable source of energy. Dear listeners, What's essential to recognize is that motivation, while helpful, is not the key to success on its own. If we wait for motivation to strike before taking action, we may find ourselves constantly waiting for the right moment, which never seems to come. The key to making progress is to understand that motivation is fleeting, and it's our responsibility to push forward even when it isn't present. By developing discipline, we can continue to work toward our goals even when the motivation is low. Discipline ensures that we follow through with our commitments, regardless of how inspired we feel in the moment. In this way, we can create momentum, which often leads to motivation returning over time. The problem arises when we expect motivation to always be there, and when it isn't, we feel discouraged or overwhelmed. The cycle of waiting for motivation can lead to procrastination and self-doubt. The answer lies in taking action even when we don't feel motivated. Sometimes just starting the task, even in small steps, can break the inertia and bring motivation back. Once we begin to make progress, the sense of accomplishment builds momentum, and motivation may naturally follow. In this way, rather than waiting for motivation to arrive, we can create it by taking consistent action, no matter how small it seems. It's vital to accept that motivation is not something that can be counted on to be there every day. It's a temporary force that can fuel us when it's present, but we cannot depend on it for long-term success. The ability to continue working, even when motivation is low, is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up when motivation fades. It's the commitment to the process, the development of habits, and the use of discipline that will carry us through when motivation is in short supply. When we focus on consistency and take action regardless of how motivated we feel, we set ourselves up for success, no matter the external circumstances. Know your why. Knowing your why is essential when it comes to staying motivated and committed to any goal. Your why is the underlying reason or purpose that drives you to take action even when things get tough. Without a clear understanding of why you are pursuing something, it can be easy to lose focus or get discouraged when faced with obstacles. When the excitement of a new goal fades or the challenges become overwhelming, your why becomes the anchor that keeps you grounded and moving forward. It's the deeper meaning behind your goals that gives you the strength to push through difficult moments. Dear listeners, having a clear purpose not only fuels your motivation, but also helps you stay connected to the bigger picture. It's easy to get caught up in day-to-day struggles and forget the larger reason behind your actions. When you know your why, you can keep reminding yourself of the greater reward and long-term impact of your efforts. This reminder provides a source of energy that can help you persevere, even on the hardest days. Whether your why is personal growth, helping others, achieving financial independence, or making a difference in the world, knowing what you're working toward adds meaning to the journey. Your why can also help you make decisions when things get tough. When faced with setbacks or distractions, a strong understanding of your purpose makes it easier to evaluate whether your actions align with your ultimate goals. If your why is clearly defined, you can evaluate whether the choices you make today will bring you closer to your objectives, or if they're just distractions that will pull you away from what truly matters. In difficult moments, it's your why that will help you stay aligned with your vision and guide you in making decisions that push you forward rather than holding you back. When you connect deeply to your why, it becomes a powerful force that keeps you motivated over the long haul. It becomes more than just a fleeting desire. It's a core belief that drives you even when the path seems uncertain. Understanding your why provides clarity, keeps you focused, and gives you the emotional strength to keep going, even when motivation is lacking. It's the source of resilience, reminding you that your efforts are meaningful and that your commitment is leading you towards something bigger than yourself. Without knowing your why, you may find it difficult to remain focused or motivated, but with it, you have a powerful tool to guide your actions and decisions. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. Focusing on the process rather than just the outcome is a mindset shift that can significantly impact your motivation and long-term success. Many people become so fixated on the end result, the achievement of a specific goal, that they forget to enjoy or fully engage in the journey required to get there. While it's important to have a clear vision of the outcome, success is built through the daily actions, habits, and efforts you put in along the way. When you concentrate solely on the outcome, the process can feel like a series of mundane tasks that have little immediate reward, and this often leads to burnout or discouragement. By shifting your attention to the process itself, you begin to find fulfillment in the steps, no matter how small, that move you toward your goal. The process is where growth happens, and embracing it allows you to learn and adapt. Focusing on each day's tasks, no matter how challenging, helps you develop skills, resilience, and a deeper understanding of what it takes to succeed. As you improve and make progress, the sense of accomplishment and satisfaction from each completed step builds momentum and keeps you motivated. When you celebrate the little victories like completing a workout, writing a page, or finishing a difficult task, you not only stay motivated, but you also reinforce positive habits that compound over time. The outcome, in this case, becomes a natural byproduct of consistent effort, rather than something to obsess over in isolation. Moreover, concentrating on the process rather than the outcome helps reduce the pressure that often comes with striving for a specific result. When we place too much emphasis on the end goal, we can become overwhelmed, stressed, or anxious about whether we will succeed. The fear of failure can make us hesitant to take action, which leads to procrastination and inaction. By shifting your focus to the process, you alleviate some of that pressure and make the experience more enjoyable. Instead of obsessing over the fear of falling short, you embrace the journey, allowing yourself to evolve and improve along the way, regardless of the outcome. Finally, when you focus on the process, you are more likely to stay consistent and committed, even when the results aren't immediately visible. Progress takes time, and often the most significant changes happen gradually. By trusting in the process and showing up every day, even when you don't see immediate rewards, you develop perseverance and the ability to handle setbacks. The outcome will eventually come, but when you focus on the journey, you learn to appreciate the effort and discipline it takes to get there. The sense of fulfillment you derive from the process itself will sustain you, even when the end result seems distant or uncertain. Build habits and routines. Building habits and routines is one of the most effective ways to stay motivated and make consistent progress toward your goals. Motivation can be fleeting, but habits and routines provide structure and consistency, ensuring that you continue to move forward even when your motivation wanes. When you integrate positive habits into your daily life, they become automatic, reducing the need to rely on willpower or emotional energy to get things done. Instead of waiting for motivation to strike, you simply do what you've committed to doing, regardless of how you feel. This consistency makes it easier to stay on track and ensures that you're always making progress, even on the days when motivation feels distant. Habits, by nature, are designed to make tasks easier. When something becomes a habit, it no longer requires the same mental effort or decision making. For example, if you make a habit of exercising each morning, you don't have to debate whether or not you'll go to the gym. It becomes part of your routine. By building habits around your goals, you remove the friction and resistance that often come with starting something new. This simplification of the process allows you to focus on other important aspects of your life while maintaining momentum toward your goals. Over time, these habits accumulate, creating positive momentum that pushes you forward. Routines also provide a sense of stability and control, which is especially important during periods of uncertainty or stress. When the world around you feels chaotic or overwhelming, having a structured routine gives you something predictable to rely on. A routine brings order to your day, and as you continue to follow it, you build trust in yourself and your ability to stay consistent. This consistency not only drives progress, but also helps reinforce your commitment to your goals. Even on days when motivation is low, sticking to your routine You ground it and ensures you're taking the necessary actions towards success. Building habits and routines takes time and effort, but the payoff is enormous. It's not about getting everything perfect from the start. It's about showing up consistently and allowing your habits to evolve. As you continue to take small, deliberate actions day after day, your habits will become stronger and the need for motivation will diminish. Rather than relying on fluctuating inspiration, you'll find that your habits carry you through even the most challenging moments. By committing to building and refining positive routines, you set yourself up for sustained success and create a foundation that will keep you moving toward your goals, no matter what life throws your way. Embrace discomfort and setbacks. Embracing discomfort and setbacks is a powerful mindset shift that allows you to navigate challenges with resilience and determination. Many people shy away from difficult situations or try to avoid discomfort at all costs, thinking it's a sign that something is wrong or that they are on the wrong path. In reality, discomfort is an inherent part of growth and progress. Every goal worth achieving requires a level of discomfort, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional. Instead of seeing discomfort as something to avoid, view it as a signal that you are pushing beyond your limits and moving closer to where you want to be. It's during these times that the greatest transformation happens. Setbacks like discomfort are inevitable. They are a natural part of any journey, especially when pursuing something meaningful. The key is not to let setbacks define your progress or derail your efforts. Everyone experiences obstacles, but it's how you respond to them that matters most. When you encounter a setback, instead of giving up or becoming discouraged, take it as an opportunity to learn, adapt, and improve. Ask yourself what you can take away from the experience and how you can use it to refine your approach moving forward. Setbacks provide valuable lessons that can make you stronger and more equipped to handle future challenges. Learning to embrace discomfort and setbacks means shifting your perspective on failure and difficulties. Instead of seeing them as negative experiences, recognize them as essential parts of the process. Discomfort often signals that you are stepping outside of your comfort zone and growing in ways that are necessary for success. It's not about avoiding pain or struggle, but about learning to persevere through them. Each time you push through a difficult moment, you build mental toughness, resilience, and the confidence that you can handle whatever comes your way. Over time, your ability to embrace discomfort will become one of your greatest strengths. By embracing discomfort and setbacks, you give yourself permission to grow and evolve. Success doesn't come from avoiding challenges. It comes from facing them head on, learning from them, and continuing to move forward. Discomfort and setbacks are temporary, but the lessons and growth they provide are lasting. When you stop viewing these moments as obstacles to be feared and instead see them as opportunities to test your limits and build strength, you unlock a level of motivation and determination that will propel you toward your goals, no matter how tough through the journey gets. Accountability is key. Accountability is a powerful tool that can keep you on track and motivated when pursuing any goal. Having someone or something to hold you accountable creates a sense of responsibility that pushes you to follow through with your commitments even when motivation is low. It's easy to let yourself off the hook when you're working alone because no one else is directly impacted by your actions. However, when you have someone to report to, whether it's a mentor, a friend, or a colleague, you're more likely to stay focused and consistent. This external pressure provides an extra layer of motivation and ensures that you are staying true to your goals. Accountability works by making your goals more tangible and real. When you tell someone about your plans or progress, it becomes more than just a personal wish. It becomes something that is shared with others. This sense of transparency can be a powerful motivator. Knowing that someone else is aware of your commitments can push you to keep going, even when you feel like giving up. The expectation of check-ins or progress updates encourages you to keep working toward your goal, even when the excitement has faded, because you don't want to let the other person down or disappoint yourself. Having accountability also helps you gain perspective and avoid self-deception. It's easy to convince ourselves that we're making progress when we don't have an outside viewpoint to offer insight. Accountability partners can provide feedback, highlight areas where you might need to improve, or challenge you to push beyond your comfort zone. Their objective perspective helps keep you grounded and realistic about your progress. It allows you to see blind spots, acknowledge mistakes, and make necessary adjustments in your approach, ensuring that you continue moving forward with clarity. Beyond external accountability, holding yourself accountable is equally important. The promises you make to yourself set the foundation for your actions. When you regularly follow through on your own commitments, you build trust in yourself, reinforcing your motivation to keep going. Personal accountability strengthens your integrity, confidence, and discipline. It reminds you that you are capable of achieving what you set out to do and that your word matters. Whether it comes from others or yourself, accountability is key because it keeps you focused, motivated, and committed to the path you've chosen, even during times when motivation falters. Celebrate small wins. Celebrating small wins is a crucial strategy for maintaining motivation and sustaining long-term progress. In the pursuit of any major goal, it's easy to get caught up in the larger picture and overlook the smaller achievements that occur along the way. However, these small wins are just as important as the final result because they represent incremental progress in the daily effort you're putting in. By taking the time to acknowledge and celebrate each step forward, you reinforce positive behaviors and keep yourself energized. These small victories serve as reminders that you're on the right path and can provide a sense of accomplishment that propels you to continue working toward your bigger goals. When you celebrate small wins, you also build momentum. Each time you recognize a milestone, no matter how minor it may seem, you give yourself a mental boost that can carry you through tougher moments. Celebrating these moments reinforces the idea that progress is being made, even if it doesn't always feel like it. For example, if you're working toward a fitness goal, every completed workout or healthy meal can be a small win worth acknowledging. By focusing on what you've achieved rather than what you still need to do, you shift your mindset from one of frustration to one of empowerment, which fuels your motivation to keep going. Additionally, celebrating small wins helps you stay connected to the process rather than just focusing on the end result. Too often we get consumed with the idea of a distant outcome and forget to appreciate the journey. When you take the time to celebrate progress, you remind yourself that the process itself holds value. You learn to appreciate the effort, the learning, and the growth that happens along the way. This mindset not only enhances your motivation, but also makes the journey feel more rewarding, ensuring that you stay engaged and committed even when the end result seems far away. Lastly, celebrating small wins helps to build a positive feedback loop. Each time you acknowledge your accomplishments, you reinforce your ability to succeed, which strengthens your belief in your capabilities. This positive reinforcement makes it easier to stay motivated, especially when challenges arise. When setbacks or obstacles occur, you can look back at the small wins you've celebrated to remind yourself that you are capable of overcoming difficulties and achieving your goals. In this way, small wins act as fuel for your continued efforts, giving you the confidence and determination needed to keep moving forward. Visualize success. Visualizing success is a powerful tool for maintaining motivation and staying focused on your goals. It involves vividly imagining you're achieving your desired outcome, creating a mental picture of success. This mental imagery helps to build a strong emotional connection to your goals, making them feel more real and attainable. When you visualize yourself succeeding, you begin to associate positive emotions with the process, such as pride, happiness, and fulfillment. These feelings can act as a source of motivation, propelling you to take action even when challenges arise. The more detailed and real your visualization is, the stronger its impact on your mindset and motivation. Visualizing success also helps to build confidence and overcome fear or self-doubt. Often the biggest barrier to achieving our goals is the fear of failure or the uncertainty of whether we can succeed. By regularly visualizing yourself succeeding, you create a sense of certainty and belief in your abilities. You see yourself navigating challenges, making decisions, and reaching your goals, which strengthens your self-belief. This mental rehearsal prepares you for the real thing, helping you feel more confident and capable when it's time to take action. As a result, you're less likely to be held back by fear or hesitation and more likely to push forward with conviction. Furthermore, visualization can enhance focus and clarity. When you visualize success, you clarify exactly what you want to achieve and how it feels to get there. This mental practice allows you to focus on the key actions and steps required to make that success a reality. It helps you align your daily actions with your long-term goals, keeping you on track and motivated. By regularly imagining the end result, you keep your vision front and center, preventing distractions from derailing your progress. Visualization acts as a compass, helping you stay focused on your path and make decisions that move you closer to your goals. Finally, visualization helps you stay connected to your why. As you imagine yourself reaching your goals, you also connect with the deeper reasons behind them, whether it's personal fulfillment, helping others, or creating a better future. This emotional connection to your vision provides a powerful source of motivation, especially during difficult times. When the journey gets tough, visualizing success reminds you why you started in the first place and strengthens your resolve to keep going. It serves as a constant reminder of the bigger picture, fueling your persistence and determination to achieve what you've set out to do. Break goals into manageable tasks. Breaking goals into manageable tasks is a crucial strategy for staying focused and making consistent progress. Large, long-term goals can often feel overwhelming, especially when the end result seems distant or difficult to attain. When faced with such goals, it's easy to feel lost or uncertain about where to start. By breaking them down into smaller and more specific tasks, you create a clear roadmap that makes the journey feel more achievable. Each task, no matter how small, becomes a step toward your larger goal. And this sense of progress helps to reduce feelings of anxiety or overwhelm. Instead of focusing on the enormity of the goal, you shift your attention to manageable actions that can be tackled one by one. This approach also provides clarity and focus. When you break a goal into smaller tasks, you have a clear idea of what needs to be done on a day-to-day or week-to-week basis. It's no longer about having to complete everything at once. Rather, you focus on the task at hand. This breakdown makes it easier to stay organized, prioritize what's most important, and avoid feeling scattered or disorganized. It also helps you track your progress more effectively, as you can mark off completed tasks along the way. By seeing the steps you've accomplished, you build a sense of achievement that fuels further motivation and keeps you moving forward. Additionally, breaking goals into manageable tasks allows you to build momentum. Success is often the result of consistent, small efforts rather than a single, large push. As you complete each task, you generate a sense of accomplishment that propels you to the next one. This momentum keeps you moving even when motivation wanes or obstacles arise. With each small victory, you reinforce the habit of taking action, which helps you stay committed to the larger goal. This process of incremental progress also gives you a sense of control, as you're actively engaged in each step rather than passively waiting for the outcome to unfold. Lastly, breaking goals into smaller tasks helps prevent procrastination. The fear of failure or the uncertainty of where to begin can often paralyze us, leading to inaction. When a goal feels too big, it's easy to put off starting because we're unsure of how to approach it. However, by breaking it down, you make it more accessible and less intimidating. You can start with a small, manageable task and gradually build from there. This makes taking the first step less daunting and helps you overcome the inertia that often keeps you stuck. With each small task completed, you build confidence and momentum, ultimately making your large goal feel within reach. Discipline drives motivation. Discipline is often the key to unlocking sustained motivation, especially when the motivation itself is lacking. Motivation can be fleeting, and waiting for it to arrive before taking action can lead to stagnation. However, discipline creates a foundation for consistent effort regardless of how motivated you feel. When you develop the ability to stick to a routine, Show up even when you don't feel like it. And push through challenging moments. You build momentum. Discipline ensures that you continue to take action day in and day out, even when the excitement of starting something new is worn off. Over time, this consistency leads to progress, and that progress in turn rekindles motivation. In many ways, discipline is a force that transforms intentions into actions. It's easy to feel motivated at the start of a new project or goal, but that initial enthusiasm tends to fade. It's in those moments when motivation wanes that discipline steps in to keep you on track. When you rely on discipline, you no longer need to wait for motivation to kick in. You simply follow through with the plan you've set in place. Whether it's waking up early to work toward a fitness goal, setting aside time each day to study, or pushing through a difficult project, discipline ensures that you keep showing up even when your enthusiasm has diminished. Furthermore, discipline creates a sense of accomplishment and pride. When you follow through with commitments and stick to your goals, even when it's difficult, you begin to build trust in yourself. This sense of reliability strengthens your confidence and belief in your ability to achieve your objectives. As you consistently work on your goals through disciplined action, the small victories begin to add up, reinforcing your sense of purpose. These moments of achievement fuel further motivation, creating a positive feedback loop where discipline drives motivation and motivation encourages more disciplined action. Lastly, discipline helps you to push through the inevitable challenges and setbacks that arise along the way. No matter how strong your motivation is, there will always be times when things don't go as planned, or when you feel exhausted or discouraged. Discipline keeps you grounded during these tough times. Instead of allowing obstacles to derail you, discipline encourages you to keep going, stay focused, and adapt when necessary. It's this commitment to staying on course, regardless of the circumstances, that ultimately leads to lasting success. When discipline becomes a habit, it drives the motivation needed to reach even the most ambitious goals. Consistency is crucial. Consistency is crucial because it creates the foundation for lasting success. While motivation can fluctuate, consistency ensures that you are consistently making progress regardless of how you feel on any given day. Achieving big goals often requires a series of small, steady actions taken over time. By showing up every day, even when the results aren't immediately visible, you continue to build momentum. This gradual progress not only moves you closer to your goal, but also helps reinforce the habits and routines that will support your long-term success. Consistency is what transforms efforts into tangible results, turning intentions into achievements. When you are consistent, you create a rhythm that becomes easier to maintain. The more you practice a habit or engage in an action regularly, the less effort it takes to do it. At first, it may require a lot of willpower to stay consistent, but over time, consistency becomes ingrained. This creates a sense of reliability in your own actions, where you can trust that the small, daily steps you take will eventually lead to success. This trust in the process helps you to stay focused and committed, even when the initial excitement has worn off or when challenges arise. Consistency also helps you build resilience. By continuing to show up even in the face of setbacks, you learn how to overcome obstacles and keep going despite difficulties. It is through consistent effort that you develop the mental toughness required to weather the storms that will inevitably come your way. Each time you push through a challenge and remain consistent, you build strength and character, reinforcing the belief that you can handle anything that comes your way. In this way, consistency becomes not only a tool for success, but a source of personal growth and development. Ultimately, consistency is the key to unlocking long-term results. While moments of inspiration and bursts of motivation can help you start a project, it is consistent, daily effort that determines whether you will achieve your goal. Whether you're working on a personal development goal, a career objective, or a fitness milestone, consistency creates the steady progress that will get you there. It is the small, everyday actions that compound over time, leading to the success you desire. When you commit to being consistent, you're essentially committing to your own future success, ensuring that every effort you put in adds up over time. Stay committed. Staying committed is the foundation of achieving any long-term goal. Commitment is about dedicating yourself to your purpose and continuing to move forward, even when faced with challenges or setbacks. It is the inner strength that allows you to stay focused on your objectives, regardless of how difficult or discouraging the journey may seem. Commitment requires resilience and a willingness to persevere when things get tough. It means pushing through the moments of doubt or fatigue and keeping your eyes on the bigger picture. Without commitment, it's easy to give up or lose sight of your goals when obstacles arise, but staying committed helps you stay grounded and determined to see things through to the end. A key aspect of staying committed is developing a sense of responsibility to your goals. When you truly commit to something, it becomes more than just a passing interest or fleeting desire. It becomes a promise to yourself to give your best effort, regardless of external circumstances. Commitment is about taking ownership of your actions and decisions, knowing that the path to success is not always smooth, but your dedication will carry you through. The sense of responsibility that comes with commitment helps you stay focused on the necessary actions and keeps you accountable, even when the motivation is low. Dear listeners, staying committed also means maintaining consistency in your actions, even when you don't feel like it. Motivation can fluctuate, and it's easy to get sidetracked by distractions or the temptation to procrastinate. However, true commitment is about showing up every day, even on the tough days. It's about continuing to work toward your goal, even when progress feels slow or invisible. This commitment to daily effort, regardless of external circumstances, what ultimately leads to breakthroughs and success. By staying committed, you demonstrate to yourself that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to, no matter how long it takes or how challenging it may be. Finally, staying committed means being adaptable and resilient when things don't go as planned. The road to success is rarely linear, and setbacks or failures are inevitable. When you stay committed, you learn to view these obstacles as opportunities for growth rather than reasons to quit. Commitment is about embracing the journey with all its ups and downs and learning from each experience. It's about being flexible enough to adjust your approach when needed, but never losing sight of your ultimate goal. When you remain committed, you develop the mental toughness to keep moving forward, no matter how many times you may fall. It is this unwavering commitment that ultimately leads to success. Dear listeners, in conclusion, staying motivated is a continuous journey that requires a combination of discipline, focus, and persistence. Motivation alone is not enough to guarantee success. It's the actions you take, even when motivation is low, that will ultimately drive you toward your goals. By knowing your why, focusing on the process rather than the outcome, building habits, embracing discomfort and setbacks, and holding yourself accountable, you lay the groundwork for long-term success. Remember that consistency, celebrating small wins, visualizing success, breaking goals into manageable tasks, and staying committed are all crucial elements of sustaining your motivation. These principles work together to keep you grounded, focused, and determined, ensuring that every step you take moves you closer to your dreams. Success doesn't come from waiting for the perfect moment or for motivation to strike. It comes from showing up every day, pushing through challenges, and staying true to your purpose. Embrace the journey, keep moving forward, and remember that with commitment and persistence, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Thank you for taking the time to engage with this message. I hope the insights shared have inspired and motivated you to continue pursuing your goals with determination and consistency. Remember, success is not a destination, but a journey, and each step you take brings you closer to your dreams. Keep pushing forward, stay committed, and believe in your potential. Wishing you all the best in your endeavors. Goodbye, and may your journey be filled with growth, success, and fulfillment.